You are now listening to Cyber Timebite, hosted by me, Stephen Clark. Hope you enjoy the podcast. Hey everybody, it's your boy Steve, once again, for episode 136 of Cyber Timebite. It's crazy, 136 episodes. We're still in the quarantine and all that stuff, and everything's just going on. It's just nuts. It's crazy. Let me tell you. But besides that, right now, I am someone on who I have known for years. I knew him being before I even really knew him. I'm talking like before high school. And it was crazy. We'll talk about all that today. Today I am with a really good close friend of mine I know for a few years. I am here with Jack Mckeague, or previously known as Jack X on YouTube. What is up, man?
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Hey, no problem, man. I mean, like I'm still have to get Luke on the show, but hey, you first, right?
Yeah. I'm providing the what do you call the bridge between, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I had you on, I had a group of my other friends on, like I pretty much had all my close friends on this podcast so far. Luke is the only one that hasn't been on.
His time will come. It will,
Maybe next week because I can make it happen.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna have to at some point. I hope he's stoked about it. When it does happen, I hope he's like, "Oh my god, I never been on a podcast. How's my hair?" And and all that.
Well, he used to make frequent appearances on my first podcast I used to do, Adventure Time Guys, way back in the day. But
okay,
that was a long time ago, man.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like, dude, I knew you for years, like even before high school. And before high school, like, I forgot who you, like,
we lived in the same neighborhood, yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, let's talk about that, because we never really even talked about it, really, even personally or publicly. So, I don't remember. When did you first met me? Do you remember?
It had to be in 2008. I'm thinking like early June of that year. So we're talking almost 13 years.
13 years? You met? I don't even remember that, honestly, and I remember a lot, and I don't even remember that. Like,
yeah, because it was just before I finished 7th grade.
Yeah, that's it.
So, yeah.
Like, you said that we always used to meet up at the pool that was in that old subdivision that we used to live in.
There was like a clubhouse there and a pool in like the backyard, yep.
Yeah, was that where we always saw each other when we saw each other back then, or did we see each other also walking down the sidewalk and all that stuff? If you remember.
See, I don't think so. I think it was specifically there because you still had that dog who wasn't really fond of outsiders, so I couldn't really go to your house for the longest time for that reason.
Yeah, my dog back then my dog wasn't very fond of visitors, so that's why I couldn't have friends over. That's why unfortunately when my dog passed away, then you came over. But
yeah.
But I mean the first memory that I have of meeting you. I mean, I know you remember me from back then when we used to go to the pool, but for some apparent reason, I don't know why I don't remember from then. But the first memory I remember of you is when we were in high school, and you were sitting at the round table, and I think I just sat at a table, and I didn't know. I forgot about you, obviously, for the longest time, and I sat at a table that you were sitting at. And then you looked at me and you remembered what I looked like, and you're like, "Hey man, remember me?" And I was
So
like,
you must have remembered the pool moments then.
well, well, yeah. After you told me, then I thought about it. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember you. you know, back then, yeah. Nowadays, I don't remember. Honestly, nowadays I don't remember those moments, but I remember everything we done after I officially met you again. You know,
Yeah.
and it was nuts, man. I mean, like, I was telling my friend that same exact story, like another friend of mine that I had on the podcast, and I'm still friends with this day. And I was telling him the story about this, and they were like, "Oh, that's so awesome that like you guys like disconnected and then reconnected years later." It was just like it was like the internet went out for a few years, and the internet then came back.
Oh my God, could you imagine if it went out for a few years? We might have to shut down the whole nation.
That nobody would be able to survive, especially those YouTubers that get popular.
Oh, no way. No, no, no. Not even the YouTubers, the Instagram influencers. What are they going to do?
They're gonna have to go to Polaroids.
No, imagine having that on your resume. It's like, so what was your job before you're trying to apply for this accounting firm? I was an Instagram influencer. Okay, well, it's nice meeting you. There's the door.
But wait, I just got here.
Well, I'm taking a second look at your experience, and I just don't think you're cut out for, what we do here. I mean, I'm not really seeing any degrees. I'm not seeing any merits or endeavors of any kind relating to this field. So I'm afraid I'm gonna have to.
like we're just gonna have to give you the boot.
Yeah. I mean, that happens. That's not even like much of a hypothetical. I mean, it's very real.
Yeah, I know. I mean, stuff like that legitimately happens. I mean, that's what happened to me just like 2 years ago. Like, listen. So, like, I freaking like I went to broadcasting school. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
So I went there, and after I graduated, like a few years later, like after I was living where I live now, I actually applied for a job at this radio station called 105.9 The Fox. I think that was the number. It was a rock station in a little building out in Crystal Lake. Like that was combined with a station called the 105.9 The Star. If you heard of that station.
I believe so. Yes.
I love that station because I do like some pop music, not the crappy kind, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The Star plays good music, honestly, in my opinion. But the Fox was a rock station, just a rock station that was in that same building. And I applied to them, and I actually got an interview with them. And my dad actually drove me all the way out to Crystal Lake to go get the interview with them. And I applied to be the guy who would set up the equipment for them when they like go to like restaurants and McDonald's and all these things, like when they do special events, when they're like promoting their crap. And I was going to be the guy who set up the equipment. And so stupid me sends the terrible resume, the dirt cheap resume, and the thing that really killed it was I wasn't able to drive, and that was a big plus for the job. and when I told them that I would have to Uber it everywhere, they were like, "Oh," like that.
It was awkward for them. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awkward for them. It was awkward for me.
I've definitely been there with like applying for sub jobs, and it's like I think they're like office based, and turns out, oh no, there's more to this than I thought. So I definitely feel you on that.
And here's the funny thing, right? So I applied to them. They turned me down. A year later, the station goes out of business, like goes off the air.
Oh, so it's almost like, oh, well, good thing I didn't have my hopes up too high. Actually, what's funny? I think it was summer of 2017. I applied for a job at Toys R Us.
You did?
Yeah.
Toys R Us. Oh, that Toys R Us. That's like a That's like an ancient fossil at this point.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, okay, like if it makes you feel any better, you know.
Did you actually get to the interview process?
No, I didn't. I didn't make it that far.
Oh man, that would have been that would have been even cooler, man.
It's like interview. Oh, we're shutting down sources. Okay, I guess that's the end of the interview. I'm gonna have to, bring my expertise elsewhere.
And funny enough, since the Fox closed down, which now it's a religious music station, that's what they replaced it with. In the same building with the Star. I don't know how they did, but anyway, they now have a new rock station in the actual city called Rock 95.5. It replaced the station Big 95.5, which was a country station. So they went country to rock.
Yeah, that's quite a leap.
And they're a good station. It reminds me a lot of the Fox, but except it's not in the same building as the Fox was. It's in a building somewhere downtown Chicago, but
Yeah.
It'd be really cool for me to get a radio show down there just to use my expertise that I graduated in, and it would be really cool to use that degree to actually do what I want to do. But, it takes time.
Yeah. Yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Rome was built in a day. What are you talking about? No, I'm kidding. Like, do you know how many workers slaved in a day to get Rome to get built? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it had to take about 20,000 of them, and that was the whole world at that point.
Yeah, I mean, because you're the history buff out of both of us. Like, history. Like, you could be a history teacher in the kids would even be confused on their test.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I can definitely bring the rumble there. Yeah.
Have you ever thought about being a history teacher, like, at all?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Why haven't you ever tried to do it? I mean, like, if
I just kind of lost interest. Yeah.
Is it because you're not good working with a class of kids all on your own, or are you just?
Yeah, that was definitely a big part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know you did teacher assisting for a long time, and and did that boost your confidence being around a group of kids and leading them? You
did
think?
A little bit, but that was something to just hold me over till the job I have now.
I know, but I'm just saying for the general experience, did that help you leader kids a little bit more?
A little bit.
Yeah.
It did. Yeah.
Because I don't know. I mean, I don't see myself as a teacher assistant. A teacher assistant job is just never been. What?
Yeah, there were times where it was actually quite rough, and it actually did feel like work.
Well, I mean, that's what you do. I mean, did you get paid to do that?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Well, I mean, like it's what should we call it? I don't know how much they pay you to do teacher assisting, but hopefully they paid you a decent good amount of cash.
It was like 15 an hour.
15 an hour to be a teacher assistant? Well, I mean, that's not too bad because you're messing with kids all day, but I mean... But yeah, I mean, like, God. So, like, wait, like, how do I say this? I remember when we went to Wizard World Chicago all those years ago. Remember that?
Yeah.
Do you like the convention scene because of the room parties that they have all the time? Because there's party cons and you like going to parties.
Well, actually, I'm actually glad that you invited me along with like Luke there. It was fun. I mean, because I had some good conversations and like some good I guess you can say like duets or whatever with like some of the people there, and I'm like, oh man, this is awesome.
I love the convention scene, dude. I mean, ever since that time that we went, I've been going to cons since then myself, and Luke has gone with me, the two of them. But the convention scene is crazy awesome, dude. You gotta come back with me to it sometime because they're fun, and plus there's room parties where people drink and crap and whatever, which would probably be your forte because that's what you do sometimes. But
I've actually like haven't really. I don't really drink that often. Like, almost like it's on the rare side if I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not assuming that you drink all the time, but I'm saying that's what happens.
Yeah.
But no, dude. I know that you're into the party scene and you like going to parties. Conventions are like the epicenter of that. Like, I'm not even kidding you. There's cons that are labeled as party cons, but they're nothing. But they're known for nothing but the party.
Oh, I'm sure.
Would you go to a room party at a convention if you were at one?
Yeah, just to like check it out, see like what it's about.
Yeah, but pretty much because since you don't really know technically what it is. Pretty much what it is that people throw parties in their hotel rooms. It can be themed based or anything, and it's to give you an example. There's this convention called Daishokon, which happens in the Wisconsin Dells every November. And I went to it in 2019 before the COVID hit. And there was a room party, right? Where it was based on nothing but... how do I explain this? I'm going to try to be as clean as possible explaining this. But it was a backside eating party, we'll say. That was the theme of the party.
I'm not really sure what that means.
The people were how do I explain this? So do you know how people during the so like to get their faces a little bit close to the and they you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm totally lost.
Oh, God, I'm trying to explain this without trying to be gross about it. I mean, I know we're both guys here and we can both understand, but I'm trying to. I don't want to like sound like, oh, he's being all sexual on this podcast and he's saying sexual things. No, but okay, how do I say this? So, do you know how it was basically a party where people were like, being sexual, and they were making a theme out of it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know exactly what it is, but like I don't want to sound like a perv. You know what I'm saying?
No. I got you.
It was just a one big sexual party, and let me tell you, cons are breeding grounds in more ways than one. Honestly, I mean, I have no experience with that because that's not my thing. But people will actually go that far.
Wow.
Like if you don't believe me, there are stories about it.
No, I believe you, dude.
See, if we were to go to the convention again, I know that you not only would you be there for the convention part, which you would be sort of interested in, but I know that the party part of the convention and everything that has to do with that would be your jam.
Well, I'd probably like walk in there and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Whoa, I'm heading back out, and then I'd be one of those hardcore Vietnam vets. Be like, "Yo, I've seen some stuff, man, that I cannot unsee."
Do you know how many times that it's not said like that, but do you know how many situations like that I hear about from conventions?
A lot.
A lot, yeah. I actually got when I went to Daisho, the group that I was rooming with actually kicked me out of their group for rooming with them because of the reason I went party.
Oh wow.
So you would fit in if you were rooming with those guys, you would have fit in just fine.
Yeah.
But no, I mean logistically, would you want to go back to another con? Like, would you want to go to like the Anime Midwest or Con Out Delete or any of that?
That'd be nice.
Yeah, we should plan. We should, when the COVID's over, we should plan that out because like that'd be really cool. I mean, we'll actually get you a legit cosplay this time, so you don't have to be office member number 2.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I feel like if you really got into it, that if you got into cosplay, that'd be something that you were really like. If you cosplay things that you actually like South Park and whatever.
Yeah, totally.
Because I remember when we were at Wizard World, there was Jay and Silent Bob, and you were just going off on them.
Exactly. In a good way. Not, I wasn't like, it wasn't anything bad.
Yeah, no, I didn't say in a bad way, but you were just going off on them, and you were just like jamming with them. That was so friggin' amazing. It was so good.
Oh yeah, it was dope, as the kids would say.
So like, I know another thing. I mean, besides the convention scene, which is awesome, but the other thing is that I remember I also back in the day got you into Am the Woo, which he's not listening to this.
I'm still watching his videos, by the way. I saw when he went to like the first still operating McDonald's, and then when he went to the Hershey museum.
Hey, you still watch his videos? Because I didn't see, because I was watching the video that you posted on YouTube saying the YouTube's channels that I watch, and I didn't see Am the Woo or the Daily Woo or any Woo channel on that list.
Yeah, I'm sorry I left that out because I can only cover so much. I mean, but no, that's definitely in there. But also, there's actually a channel I gotta plug for you though, and that's Eric and Daryl. And basically, what they are is they're two well, they were once boys. They're in their 40s now, and what they did was they're from Huntsville, Alabama, and in 1989, they made all these vlogs of whatever it was, them going to McDonald's, them in Burger King, or maybe they're just hanging out, or they made kind of impromptu movies. And it's like, yo, I gotta tell Steve about this because he will love it.
Oh, I will.
So yeah, I'm gonna send you it right now, Eric and Daryl.
Another channel. No, me and you, like the abandoned building retro scene. You know that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
There's a channel I watch. Literally, there's a channel I watch, and he goes by Wally B on YouTube, and he lives in Pittsburgh, so he goes around Pittsburgh and finds abandoned places in the Pittsburgh area, and he goes abandoned Pizza Hut, abandoned Ames, abandoned Long John Silver's, KFC, all these places, and he goes around there and he just films these things, and it's amazing,
Yeah. I think Bald Bankrupt does that too. He was one of the channels I plugged into the video I made, yeah.
Yeah, I love that stuff. How about, do you watch Dan Bell?
No. If I did at one point, I'm sorry. I guess I must have stopped.
No, that's fine. No, Dan Bell, he does it in more of a professional way. He has a crew and everything. He does it in his professional-ish way. But he has a series called Another Dirty Room. and it's just him and his two friends that he does videos with, and they just freaking go into hotel rooms around freaking America, and they're just tearing them apart and finding out what makes them so freaking terrible. It's so funny, dude. You gotta watch them.
Yeah, I will now. One thing you have to see though is from the channel I just sent you. And again, don't think of this as homework. There's no due date on this. You can do this 3 weeks from now, a month from now. Don't think you have to do it right tomorrow or whatever. But in Eric and Daryl's channel, one of the people in in a video they make is known as Metalhead Larry, and this this is like the goofiest 14-year-old I think you will ever like come across. And basically he's got the long hair, he's got like spandex that he's wearing, and then like he talks with like this lisp, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get Battle of the Bands. I'm getting the records. Records are $2." And like basically he goes to, they kind of walk around Huntsville, and then they go to like this one convenience store, and then he buys like a soda, and then what happens is the cashier gives him the change, and then he'll just keep buying stuff with like the change until he runs out completely. And then like and then this one thing he had like one of the things he got was like this candy. He's like, I can't eat it because of my braces, but I could suck on it though. I can suck it though. And get this, now it's like, now he's a lawyer.
He's a warrior?
A lawyer, like attorney.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you go from that? How do you go from being this metalhead to like an attorney? That's such a jump.
I mean, if you're a metalhead going attorney, it must be being an attorney must be a really metal job.
Yeah.
By the way, I sent you the playlist to all the seasons of Nerd Dirty Room.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out for sure.
Yeah, watch them and get back to me. Trust me, man. They're good. They're funny.
And trust me, with this channel, like you're gonna never be bored for like the next however long.
It's funny. I was thinking about that. As if like me, you, and Luke did the Nerd Dirty Room thing, and it's just like in one episode, like we go to like a room, like to a room to check out, and then I'm like and I look at you, and I have the camera pointing at you, and you're like, and I'm like, dude, like I tell you not to wear the Nikes. Why are you wearing the Nikes? Like. And it's like, I don't know, man. I mean, I just like, don't wear it. I tell you not to wear the Nikes. You're gonna get dirty. like, oh man, that'd be funny. I mean, but me, you, and Luke don't have the specialties to be figuring out what's wrong and right with a hotel room.
Yeah.
We don't have all the right equipment like Dan Bell does.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, do you watch like the Woo's like vlogs about his multiple reasons to why he should move to California and why he's moving back to Florida and all that stuff?
No, mainly I just love his things on like filming locations and stuff like that. Like I find those very interesting because he does like back-to-back comparisons of whatever the movie is, Fast Times at Ridgemont High or Donnie Darko, Problem Child, or I think he did the one on Napoleon Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think would you ever want to make a YouTube? Well, I mean, your YouTube channel is already booming in a different way, but two things I gotta ask about your YouTube channel. One, would you ever want to do videos like filming locations or abandoned look-arounds or anything like that? And how did you get all the views that you get now? Like all the how you getting people to comment and all of that? Like how?
I don't really know. I mean, I guess like some of the topics I do, it seems to resonate with people. Like when I made like the one that kind of like 23 No Girlfriend. I mean that that's I think what really made my channel explode. I mean, at least in the recent past, there were that got I think the most views, and then I don't know how much of that carried on into my subscriber count or like my views for my videos. I don't think it might. I don't think it translated into anything like that. It might have just come separately, just because of the the vlogs I make and the kind of thing that I do. So I don't know how much you can really correlate that.
So it's just the videos that you made, and it made it. So it was kind of like when I, how do I say, how does the phrase go? Like when you make it, they will come.
Yeah, yeah, that's essentially what I go by. Something like that.
Yeah. So pretty much. So was it just like a thing like you were making the videos and like, holy crap, I'm actually getting comments, and holy crap, you were actually watching, or was it, or did you deliberately do advertising and people saw what you were advertising and then they watched your videos, or was it all natural?
It was all natural. It was organic. I'm not like, oh hey, join my Patreon, buy my merch. Like, no, I'm not. This isn't anything I do for money. I just do it and that's it. I don't expect anything from people watching or anything like that. You can just enjoy it. It's up there. Comment, like if you want. I'm not like, please subscribe, please. Like, no, that's not me.
One thing I do gotta say about your videos is that you gotta turn it to landscape mode, man. You gotta turn the videos to landscape mode.
Okay, I gotta figure out. I gotta do that. I'm just, okay, yeah, that makes sense, because I'm just like, there's definitely something I gotta do different. So.
Well, because have you seen your videos? It's like
yeah, I know, it's in the vertical mode.
I mean, like, how you do your videos? You just hold your phone in your hand and just aim
No,
at you?
No. I have a special device to keep it steady.
Oh, that's good. What, is it a ring light?
No. It's or I don't know what it's called, but my dad gave it to me. I don't know.
But no, the answer. But for the first question, though, I mean, Dad was talking about, like, would you want to do, like, filming locations, abandoned places, all that, like, stuff like that?
Yeah, yeah, maybe. I mean, I could do that. I guess.
I mean, like, but since you don't know how to drive, and I don't know what your. I mean, you talked about it in the video for like a brief moment, but like, I don't know what your status still is on that, or how you're going to go about that.
Yeah, I still have not really any desire to do so.
But I mean, like, that would definitely help if you're going to get into the in the band thing. But if I learned how to drive, and like in because I sort of want to do that too. So like we could like do it together if I eventually get my license, whatever that will happen. But I mean, then we can do it together, and then we can like film for our own channels. But like we can be together in the same video, but film separately for our own channels.
Yeah, it's certainly in the realm of possibilities.
Yeah, because I wanted to do a video, because, dude, I had so many chances, and I bailed out on them, because like where I work now, at the Joe I work at now, there used to be an old Blockbuster up on the corner. Like when I started working there, the Blockbuster was still intact. Like it was gutted, obviously, because the Blockbuster closed years ago.
Yeah.
But everything else was in there, like the front desk, the things that the racks would sit on that was on the wall, all that, and the return slot was still in the wall too. Like you can literally open it, like it was still there. And I wanted to film it so bad and put it on my channel, but I didn't, because I was afraid of like traffic and whatever, and people thinking, what's this weirdo doing and all that.
Yeah, well, because I think a lot of like people, like YouTubers, one thing they really do in practice is they drown out any kind of what do you call, like if they're like doing their video in a public place, they drown out their surroundings. Like Noel Phillips, someone I watch for like in-flight reviews, and he goes to like airports, he flies around the world in airlines, and he'll like talk, and he's like, okay, here I am at like Frankfurt Airport, or like or in Milan, like he'll talk to the camera, and like there's like just crowds of people all around him, and like he doesn't draw too much attention, it seems, but that's definitely one thing that it's an important skill to have.
Yeah, I mean, like I mean, like and then there's two other opportunities I missed out on too because next door used to be an old Baskin Robbins next to the Blockbuster, and now that got gutted out and turning into a new ice cream place. And then across the street and down the road a little bit, there was an old Wendy's, and I never was able to get up close with it because it was I don't know, because I just never had the chance, and so before they tore it down and turned it into some new vegan place, but
yeah, you got the vegans, man. They lack essential nutrients and not. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to do that. Whoops.
Wait, what? Wait,
Nothing much. I didn't say anything.
This is what we call editing, folks.
Yeah. This is what we call editing.
Oh man. No, but yeah. I mean, like, tell me how, like, you work in the city now, right? Like downtown Chicago now.
Yeah.
Now tell me, I know that you live. Well, I mean, without blowing your location. I know that you live near train tracks.
Yes. Yeah, I live near the train station metro.
I mean, since you live, like, you know, in an area near a train track, which I know where it is and all that stuff, but I'm not going to say it here because, you know, location, not going to blow your location. But I mean, could you easily walk to the train tracks and get on the train, or do you still need to, like, bus it there because of how far away it is?
No, it's in walking distance.
Like, oh, it is? I didn't know.
Yeah. It only takes like not even 10 minutes. You got to get there.
So how you do, like, in these times where we're, like, you know, we're in the middle of a freaking snowstorm and you got to dig your way to get anywhere? How you do it?
Yeah, I got to be, like, very careful, right? So, like, one thing I'll do, and I did this quite a bit in like the days I went to Harper, and like that's basically because I do encounter the problem where there's like not really any plowed sidewalks or anything. So what I'll do is I'll walk basically on the curb, right? So as close to like the lawn as I can. And typically, like, you know, I'm safe about it, right? You know, I have to be very aware of my surroundings, and eventually I get there in one piece, you know, but it's all about vigilance.
You don't have boots, and you just don't tread through the snow with your boots on. You try to not do that as much as possible.
Yeah. I mean, I wear boots obviously if there's like, you know, like what we're experiencing now. Yeah.
So from your house to the train station, and then from the train to downtown, how long is that?
It is quite a journey. I mean, but I'm so used to it. I just don't think about it. But I'd say it's a good like hour and a half. You know, if I'm being honest, like, you know, because I'll, you know, from the time I wake up to the time I arrive, yeah, it's a good hour and a half. I'd say.
Is it do you gotta pay for the train every single time, or do you
I get a monthly pass.
Oh yeah, because I know the train stations nowadays have different ways you can pay. See, and yeah, the highest it goes monthly, right? So you don't have to pay every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is the monthly pass expensive, or is it actually quite cheap for what it is?
I'd say it's affordable.
Because I never had to use it because I don't work in the city.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
So when you get to the city, like after you take the train ride, you're in the city. When you get to you get to Union Station, right? That's the station you go to?
Yeah.
So when you get to Union Station, do you automatically just go up the stairs and go out the door and into the city, or do you like eat something first and then you go?
No, the first thing you said, go up the stairs and I'm out, you know, and I'm crossing the bridge, I'm going down to Adams, and bada bing, bada boom, there I am. Yep.
Oh, so you don't eat, you don't grab a bite to eat first or anything. You just are there and gone.
Oh no, I do that after I wake up.
Oh,
so when I'm still at home.
Oh yeah, because I don't know if you like spend anything and like get a bagel or anything before you go to work or
No,
anything.
no, I do that. Yeah, I do that beforehand.
How do you get from work from the station? Do you Uber it, or is it actually so close that you can actually walk there? Because I only been to Union
Oh,
Station
I
once.
walk there. Yeah, I mean, and there's like other people that walk there too, so it's not like I'm like flying solo.
Oh, you have your running mates, you can say.
Yeah.
Do you have like walk? I don't know how lame this is gonna sound, but do you have walking buddies?
Well, sometimes I'll like my coworker Kyle is I'll meet up with him like halfway there, and it's like we'll catch up on like whatever it was that happened maybe the night before, or just whatever it might be. So I guess you can call that a walking buddy.
Does everyone that you work with like live in the city, or do they also like take the train and you like see them on the
Yeah,
train?
yeah. There are a few people that half and half. Like they'll also live in like the suburbs like me, and then but I think most of them live in like the city. But there are a handful that live in the suburbs.
Have you ever seen them on the train? Be like, "Hey, how you doing today?" And you're like, "Oh, I'm doing
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
man."
sometimes, but like usually when I'm on there, I'm sleeping. So, the last thing I want to do is talk to people.
You nap, yeah, but you nap on the train on the way there. Aren't you worried about like what's going on around you on the train?
No, no, it's because most people are doing the same thing.
So, since you ride the metro, um, what's your preferred way sitting on the lower half or the upper half?
Oh, I sit on the lower half.
On the lower half. It's unique that the metro is two levels. I mean, like that's unforeseen from anyone else. But I mean,
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
but like, why you prefer the? I know this is a stupid discussion, but why you prefer the lower half from the upper half?
Oh, that's not a stupid question. I prefer the lower half because it's easier for the person to check my ticket. Because if you're in the upper half, it's like you got to like reach in your pocket or whatever, and just you got to like kind of really change your position and show like the person walking by, and then so for that reason it's just easier for the conductor to see my ticket when I'm on the lower half.
Yeah, because I think if you're on the upper level, you gotta lean over the railing, and then they gotta check, and then you gotta like, bring your hand back up and all that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just easier to just do it, when you're on the same level, literally.
Yeah. So no, the last time I took a metro train, no joke, was like 2017. I think that was the last time I was been on a metro.
Oh, okay.
And the reason I took it was because when I went to C2E2 for like my first or second year, I think it was my first year. Yeah, I went with my dad, and we thought like, oh, we'll save time, we'll save money, we'll take the metro, and it will just be a lot quicker, right? And so we went on, we got on the train, and I want to tell you this whole experience because this experience was funny. But so we took the metro down there, and we got to Union Station, and we got up there and all that stuff. But here's the thing: we had to find the bus stop that we needed to get to because we were supposed to get off the train out of the station and then get to this corner where the bus would pick us up to take us to the convention. And so we end up finding the corner, and the sign says that because of the construction in the city, no duh, we live in Chicago, we're in the Midwest. The only two seasons we got are winter and construction.
Yep, true that.
And the sign says, "Oh, you gotta take the basically the CTA to this stop and get off there, and then get to the corner, then on the bus into the convention." And so we end up
that is quite confusing.
yeah. So we get off at Union Station, get to the corner, go into the loop, get on the CTA in the loop, ride the loop all the way around to the station we gotta get off of. Get off at that station, get down from the station onto the bus to the convention, and do the same thing going back.
Oh, gosh.
So, and since that happened, my dad was like, "I'm not taking the train down there again. We are just going to drive down there." And I do not like driving down to the city.
Yeah, that is insane.
Because city driving is worse than suburb driving.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so like, but this past year when I went to C2E2, before the pandemic hit, last year, I went with Luke and his dad just drove us, so that wasn't nothing to worry about there. But I mean, all in all, I do like riding the metro because the metro is nice. You know, the metro is a really cool thing to ride. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, how long have you been at this job for?
Let's see, about a year and a half.
Year and a half. Did you start when you started there? Did you do what you do now, or have you moved up or done anything else since then?
So I'm still basically doing the same thing now. I think it's going to be after the pandemic, so maybe like later this year is when I'm going to kind of move into, I guess, what they would call like the retail sector, where I just deal with different accounts. So that's just about it.
And you work at a bank, right?
No, it's operations where I deal with company checks and then I process them into lock boxes.
Why did you want to? What made you want to choose a job in the city where you do something like this? Were you interested in it, or was it just like it's an opportunity? I'm going to go for it.
It was an opportunity, and I went for it.
So it wasn't really that something that interested you. It was just opportunity, pretty much.
Yeah.
Now how was it? Now how was it perceived by like family and friends saying like, oh, I gotta go to the city every day? You know, was it just like, oh, you can handle it because you're old enough and all that crap? You know, right?
Yeah. They're fine with it and they're happy for me. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's always good to know. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember watching another video, speaking of traveling and all that stuff and trains, that you said in your video that you were supposed to be going to Austria and countries around Austria like this year or earlier this year or somewhere around like these past 2 years, because these years
it got delayed quite a bit because of COVID, but it's happening. Like I have my dad actually booked a flight already, so we're basically set for like this coming September. We're gonna go to France, Italy, and Austria.
Now I know I've known you from as long as I've known you for. You're not only you're a history buff, you're a geography buff.
I've been both basically for quite some time. Yeah.
Yeah, but so do you like going to these countries just to be like, oh, I've been there and I like it?
I mean, yeah, just to get the experience for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
it opens up your perspective.
Yeah, so you like going, but the main reason you like going there, I mean, is the main reason why you like going there is because like you've never been there before and you always wanted to check it out because you just loved going to different countries? Or are you like going there because like, oh, my genes say I'm from here and I want to go check it out?
I think it's more the first reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like going to countries to go check them out.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure if transportation was real, oh buddy, you'd be all over the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
What country would you want to go to that you haven't been to yet? Because I know you've been to Germany, but like what country that you haven't been to do you want to go to?
Well, I can't just narrow it down to one, but if I had to choose one, I'd say Denmark.
Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the country that you keep bragging about that like says free healthcare? We have free healthcare here all the time.
Yeah, I do idolize it quite a bit.
But Canada also has free healthcare, so
but like it's also Denmark is also like they rank they're the happiest country, and they basically rank that way, time and time again. The people are happy, and it's like, hey, I want to partake in some of that happiness.
It's like it's like that one Christmas song, like shake up the happiness, wake it up. Come on, y'all, it's Christmas time. It's like that.
Yeah.
Your boys over at Christmas. No, it's your boys train at Christmas time. So like, now I know you like traveling the world, but if we're gonna like center it around like the states, what other states have you been to outside of our own state?
So Wisconsin is a given. I've also been to Iowa, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Arkansas, Missouri, Minnesota, Kansas, and let's see where else. Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, DC, Maryland, New York. I don't know if this would count, but like if I can count West Virginia and Pennsylvania, because we went through those states. I don't know. Some people might say no, others might say yes.
Well, you've been there. Well, I guess if you're technically in the state, stopping or not stopping, you technically can say you've been there.
Okay, so Pennsylvania and West Virginia, and let's see where else. California. So basically, those states I just mentioned.
You've been to California before? Obviously, this is before Jared lived there.
Oh well, yeah. This is like 2003. So even before I met you. So
why did you go to May I ask why you went out to California? Was it because you were?
My mom has a friend who lives in Anaheim. So we went to her place.
Anaheim? Oh, I'm guessing that your family friend is a Ducks fan.
No, I don't know about that. I mean, she just lives there.
Are you No, I mean like no, because like it's probably no secret that I'm a hockey fan that I said on this podcast before, probably. But but yeah, I mean no, I mean like that's cool. I mean like do you like Pennsylvania? I mean, because I wanted to go to Pennsylvania for the longest time, and I know you've been there, like you said. So, do you like Pennsylvania?
Well, I'd have to go there again because it wasn't. Honestly, I just went to the bathroom there. I'm going to be honest.
Oh well, you left your mark, as they say.
I did, yes.
You left a mark in their toilet.
Yeah.
But what state do you have the most memory of going to that you actually were like, oh, this is pretty cool. I like this. For me, that's Wisconsin, but that's just me. But
I think I'd have to say I think New York would probably fit that category.
That's your state that you're like, I really like this. This is really great.
Yeah.
I mean that's cool. I mean, like I've never been to New York, so I can't say. Did you go to Madison Square Garden? Or did
I was in that area, so like I was obviously in NYC. We might have seen it, but if so, I don't remember. I do remember we went to basically Ground Zero before they built the One World Trade Center or rebuilt it, and then we went to Grand Central Station, I think a few times, and then Rockefeller Center, and so we were definitely in the Manhattan part of borough of the city.
Did you go to Times Square?
Oh yeah, we went there too. Yes, I forgot. Yeah, we did go to Times Square.
Did they? And that was 2003. You went, right?
What?
You said you went there in 2003, right?
No, I went to California in 2003. New York, this was 2007.
Oh, because I was gonna say like, oh, was there a restaurant based off the WWE slash F at the time in Times Square? But then I think I remembered. I think
Oh,
they,
I don't remember. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, man.
no, because if I can be wrestling nerdy for a little bit here, the in Times Square there used to be a restaurant literally called WWF New York, which stands for World Wrestling Federation before they were entertainment. They used to have a restaurant in the city, like in Times Square, right there. That was the literal name of it. And then when they changed the F to an E, then they became the World.
Yeah.
And then when that went out of business, it became a Hard Rock Cafe, which it still stands as today.
I think I've made it. Yeah, I've definitely ate in that Hard Rock Cafe a few times. Yeah.
And then in Vegas in the 90s, the rival company, World Championship Wrestling, WCW, had a restaurant called WCW Nitro Grill. That was the literal name of it, Nitro Grill. And in the restaurant looked like the Nitro set, and they sold their merchandise. They had wrestler appearances. They played the wrestling on the big screen in the restaurant. It was like Rainforest Cafe for wrestling, I tell you.
Well, remember the Heart Attack Grill?
Weren't you the one that told me about that?
No, because I was playing. I think it was like one of the Tony Hawk games, and it said Heart Attack on a bun, and then your brother Jarek brought up like Heart Attack Grill in Vegas.
yeah, that place has the place that has all the place that has all the high calorie foods for no reason, but to give you a bodily influence.
Oh my god, yeah, I would not eat there. Just, no way.
It's kind of like Smash Burger.
Yeah, I think I've had that once.
No, dude, Smash Burger sucks, and let me tell you why.
It's not there anymore, so.
Wait, it's not where?
Well, there used to be one like on Golf Road, but it's not there anymore.
No, there used to be one. I don't know if it's still there, but there used to be one. Or by the old Kmart by Stratford Mall, which is now dying, which sucks. But
yeah.
But Smash Burger sucks, and here's why: because their food is nothing but grease. Like I went there, like me and my parents went there, like years ago, and we got a burger and fries, and the thing that they served it on, and the food was nothing but grease. Like, you can see and feel and taste nothing but grease.
Ugh.
That's like, I thought this was supposed to be Smash Burger, not Grease Pit.
I don't know, man. We all had bad food experiences.
No, but
I had Raising Cane's a few months back, and that was basically the same thing.
I've never been to Raising Cane's. I hear a lot of good things about Raising Cane's.
I mean, you could try it for yourself. I don't want to tell you, oh, don't eat there, but yeah.
No, it's so funny, dude. Now get this. Me, you probably know how me and Luke, how we hang out all the time. We go to Stratford, right?
Yeah.
Well, since the mall started dying, which it is now, unfortunately, sadly, we don't go to that mall anymore, and we go to a new one. We go to a mall called Fox Valley Mall, which it's a little far down the road, but it's a lot better than where we used to go. And it's so good because they have the places around that mall are just hidden. Like, there's some hidden gems. Like, there's a Raising Cane's over there. There's a Baker Square.
Whoa. That is a gem.
That is a gem, dude. Baker Square. There's a Baker Square over there. There's like whatchamacallit? There's a lot of unique things around that mall that makes it unique, and there's even stuff in the mall that makes it unique. I mean, like the funny thing is that in the mall there used to be a McDonald's, but like that was there for like the first 2 times we went, but then like when we went there for the 3rd time, like it was gone. Like they took it out, and I think the reason is because there's already a McDonald's outside the mall around so I don't think they needed the one in the mall, so I think that's why they got rid of the in-mall one.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because that makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that what didn't make sense to me is that when we did go to Stratford, there was a Baskin Robbins in the mall, but there was also one across the street. But they still kept them both open for the longest time until the mall started dying, and then they forcibly closed the Baskin Robbins. And oh, let me tell you, it's such a sad story to talk about Stratford right now.
Remember when they had all those mattress firms in like within like yards of each other at the same corner?
Oh yeah, in Hoffman over there.
Yeah, that made no sense.
Yeah. There's a mattress firm here, a mattress firm over there, and a mattress firm over here. Why do we need an American mattress like next door neighbor? Like what?
Yeah.
Like why do we need these many mattress firms and an American mattress? Like, yeah,
made no sense.
Over there by the jeweler that you used to work at.
Yeah.
And then there's the Denny's, which I don't even know if it's still there anymore. But
it's still there. If that's gone, I'll be crying for 6 months straight.
Do you still go over there, even though you don't live over there anymore?
Yeah, I'll go there with a friend. Yeah.
No, that area has really changed though. Like they built a McDonald's over there across the street. Now, I don't know if you saw that, but they did.
Oh yeah, I have seen that for you.
And do you know how over there's that bike shop next to the adult store right there? There's a bike shop.
Mm-hmm.
That, funny enough, that building with the bike shop, behind that building, I don't think it's there anymore because I recently looked it up on Google and it says it's permanently closed. But behind that building, there's actually an entrance, and on the 2nd floor of that building was actually the recording studio where I actually had an internship at.
Oh, that's okay.
None of the stuff I did there, I don't think really helped me with my degree, but it was my internship, and I needed to take one to graduate. So
yeah.
What's your besides all that though, that's all really cool, but I want to get your thoughts on something. What are your thoughts on cosplay? Like just in general. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I mean, like, it's a hobby, and if that's if that's what you like, then more power to you. I don't have any strong opinions on it.
Would you ever do it for characters that you like Kenny from South Park?
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Because, dude, if you do that, I'll take the photos for you and be like your photo guy.
Yeah, me doing poses or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's funny. No, because I mean, talking about the photos, I mean, like, so get this right. So I went to West Dundee, or I think it's East Dundee. I think it's West Dundee. I don't know. The Dundees mess me up sometimes, but there's this mall called Spring Hill. I don't know if you heard of it.
Yeah.
Because I know that the Spring Hill Mall area, I know a lot because my grandmother on my dad's side used to live over there in that area. So I've been to that area a lot, and even been to that mall even when I was little. So I know about that area. And I went there. I went to that mall like twice in the recent years. And the time before the last time I went was after Christmas. And the Sears was still open. This is before the Sears closed. It's closed now there, but before it closed up, I took a photo of I was like, okay, this is a perfect photo opportunity because the Sears there, right, is a giant wall made of like that brick that, I don't know what you call that, the Sears brick that they always have around their stores, like that special kind of brick.
Yeah.
The whole wall was that. and hanging off the ceiling on each side was a chandelier, and it was like perfect. The sun was coming in for the skylight, and it was just like it was all nice. So I took a photo of the front of the Sears with the skylight and the chandeliers and everything perfectly in frame, and I posted it on Instagram and even sent it to my friends. And everyone tells me, like, that photo is really, really nice. I really like that. Like, people really praised me for that photo. Like, they love that photo like no other. Like, so that's why I'm saying, like, dude, if I had the opportunity to do photo work for a cosplayer, I'm pretty sure they would love it.
Yeah, they would.
Even for you, if you wanted me to do photo stuff for you, we could possibly work something out and get that done.
Yeah.
But you know, the main thing how we connected after all anyway was our love for nostalgia and the Weather Channel.
Yeah.
Oh man, and the Weather Channel now, oh my god, nothing like how it should be.
I haven't really watched I don't really watch regular TV really anymore. If I'll be honest.
You never had.
No, I guess not.
No, but I mean, as long as I knew you never really watched the regular television.
Yeah.
But the wrap things up here because we're an hour and 5 minutes in. But to wrap it up, I mean, like, do you still like the Weather Channel? Do you still like?
I do.
You do?
I do. Yeah.
And do you also like my Weather Channel's classics channel that I made that I think I sent to you?
Yeah.
Do you like watching it?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know, because you never be like, oh man, this channel is awesome. I want because I even had merch for it too. I made merch for it.
Oh, okay.
If you ever want to get a Weather Channel's classics T-shirt. Oh man. Well, we're an hour and 6 minutes in. I think this is a good place to wrap up this podcast.
Yeah.
But oh man, this is awesome, man. Thanks for coming on. You know.
Yeah, my pleasure.
It's always great talking with you because I've known you for years and we haven't talked in forever, so this is great to catch up on. I'll do my outro and I'll let you do yours.
Okay.
Thank you everyone for listening to episode 136 of Cyber Timebite. You can follow me on Facebook at Cyber Timebite. Find me on Twitter at NostalgiaVamp. Buy all my merchandise on Redbubble.com under Crash Steve and Gear, where even the spork is the most powerful of them all. Get all my sports spork merchandise, and all my other designs that are very simple and maybe kind of lame, but if you like it, there it is. And on top of that, I also want to advertise that go on to teespring.com, where I am selling official Circus Duck merchandise from my friend Tiff93KD, who does the Circus Duck panel, all the panels like Count Out Delete and Anime Midwest alike. You can get the all famous T-shirt that is awesome, that everyone is loving when they get. You can buy it for yourself now on Teespring. You can buy a poster with the logo on it. Just buy out that Circus Duck merch, man, and get my Spork T-shirt on top of that, because I want Spork around, all right? All right, how about you? Where can people find you? And
Okay, as for my plugins, you can find me on Instagram. I'm Jack Mckeague, JackMckeague, all lowercase, all lowercase. I said all lowercase, but all lowercase, no space. And I'm also on Snapchat. That guy Jack95. That's ThatGuy Jack, all lowercase, no spacing there as well. And obviously, I'm sure my YouTube channel. You probably it's my name, just spaced out. So that's where you can find me. Yes, Steven, thanks for having me on. This was dope, as the kids would say. I lost my podcast virginity in terms of being on one. So thank you for giving me this opportunity.
No problem, man. Maybe one of these days it should be me, you, and Luke, because we all get along. So that'd be awesome to do a podcast with all three of us.
Oh yeah. Rogan's done that quite a few times too. So let's do that.
Yeah. And one last thing. Remember when I got you to read Homestuck with me?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Oh man. We gotta do it for this podcast. End out this podcast. We gotta do it.
Okay.
No, I know we're not in the same room, so we can't sync it up as good as we did when we were in person. But in 3, 2, 1, you there?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot how that went. It's been a while. I'm rusty.
No, it's like you there. No, it's you there, boy. And then we went, you there, boy.
Oh. Okay, you got it there.
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna end the podcast and I'll tell you. Thank you everyone for listening. I hope all of you have a fantastic day. Have a good one.
Deuces, Godspeed, wear your mask and social distance.